going on, everybody? Hope you're all having yourselves a great night. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and thank you guys for tuning in. It has been another crappy day out, but a wonderful day it was. A happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hopefully, you guys got a chance to see your mothers or say hi to your mothers if you still have the chance. So hopefully you took the time. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good one. Got some time to spend some time with the lady and the boy, and we just had a great day today. So hopefully you guys did too. Now, I wanted to hop on quick, take a brief moment to, of course, talk a little bit about the birds. So, there's always time for that. Now, today I thought we could get into a little bit of, we see some of what we have on the roster. I think there's definitely still some moves to be made. We will talk about that here shortly. But today we will get into the potential starters for the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of these positions, we pretty much know who the starter is. So I have those locked in. And then we will have a couple positions that we'll talk about that, we could definitely use an upgrade at. So we'll get into it. We got a comment here. Let's take a gander. Yo, my man Trey, what's going on, dude? Thank you to everybody for tuning in. If you guys have any kind of comments, questions you want to throw my way, please feel free. But for now, just wanted to throw out the rosters and see how you guys are feeling. First we'll get special teams out of the way. But hey, at least we're still hitting on it. The kicker, Jake Elliott, not sure if we're going to bring in any competition for him, but he could sure use it. He has definitely had way too many mistakes the past couple of years, so it would be nice to see an upgrade there. We let Cam Johnston walk. Aaron Sippos, the guy that was a rugby player, that's the only guy on our roster right now that is a punter. So I would be intrigued to see if we don't bring an undrafted kid, maybe a free agent punter. I'd be very intrigued to see if we upgrade that position. So I would like to see that. Now, Rick Lovato, I think that is a lock. Great long snapper. You saw what happened with John Dornbos when we traded him. We thought we had a gem in Rick Lovato. Got hurt that Super Bowl year. But luckily, that saved John Dornbos' life, but we have ourselves a long snapper in Rick Lovato. So seem to be set there, but the kicker and punter, that's not good to have the question marks. We do special teams, a very important part of the game. So we'll see what the Eagles do in the upcoming weeks. But look, next Friday, baby, it begins. The training camp already begins. I really can't stress enough how excited I am for football season we'll get more of these, this is some of the questions we have. We'll get them answered here. So let's take a gander here at the offense next. You see here, try to fit all of this in to the best of my ability. But over here at left tackle, we know we have a little competition going on. Some people feel that it is just Jordan Mailata's job to have. So, hey, I agree with you. The damn kid earned it. My God, did he come out swinging? Those games against the Steelers and Ravens really had me excited. But then you go down the line and you see Andre Dillard here. I think that's, obviously some competition. He was your first round pick a couple years ago. Well, a few at this point. So I want to see what he's got some competition. At left guard, I'm not so sure it's a competition, really. I think Landon Dickerson should take this time to have a redshirt year, really get to learn under some of the greats and, get healthy. We know that, his injury history is of concern. Sayamalu, I think, gets slept on a lot. A lot of people, don't think he's as good as I really think he is. And when we were missing him last year, that was very hurtful to this offensive line. Clearly, we were setting records with the most starting offensive line, so it wasn't just him, but he was a key piece. We don't know if he will move into center in the future. We've talked about this, last year when Luke Uriga came in and played rather than, Isaac Sayamalu or Nate Erbig there. So intrigued to see, but you never know. Landon Dickerson, great talent. Maybe he wins the job. Then the rest of the way, if these guys stay healthy, those are your starters: Jason Kelce, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson. I would love to have them healthy. Just imagine what this offense could be with a healthy offensive line, running the ball, got some weapons. I'm very excited for this offense. You talk about the quarterback here. Let's be real. It's Jalen Hurts. Joe Flacco brought in to mentor. And I really like the Jamie Newman undrafted free agent signing. So That's going to be all fine and dandy, but Jalen Hurts, QB1. Then you look at the weapons he's got here. Devontae Smith, your number one wide receiver. I threw in the slot there, Greg Ward, but let's be real. In this offense, Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, Fulgham, all these guys are going to be moving around. You're going to have guys playing in the slot, outside, Z. It's going to be fun to watch. You see on the other side of the page there, I have Jalen Reagor and Travis Fulgham just because I believe in both of those guys, and I think they'll get their plentiful share of snaps. Like I said, I could see Travis Fulgham at the X, Devontae Smith in the slot, Reagor in the Z, vice versa. Doesn't matter. These guys will be moving around. Don't really care about what you want to call them. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So excited about the receiving core, though. Adding Devontae Smith. Oh, my God. He's going to come in right away. Could be rookie of the year. I think he is going to have a fantastic season, only going to make Jalen Hurts better. Then you talk about the tight end position. Dallas Goedert I have at the top, but Zach Ertz, question mark, because I really don't know what's going on there. I think June 2nd, he'll, not be on this team. We have talked about how the money we will save, if we wait until then to cut him. So we'll see if that's the move. Doesn't look like anyone wanted to trade for him, but we'll see if any injuries happen, what we have exactly going on there. But I think the Dallas Goedert obviously can, be a number one. And I think, obviously Kroom and some other guys are in the room there. We brought in that Jack Stoll with the sweet mullet he had there. Wow, that thing is seriously fantastic. But, I think that really, I'm trying to get excited here. Dallas Goedert, everyone's asked for him to be the true number one wide receiver. Well, here it goes, baby. So trying to get myself pumped up to see who exactly is at that room. But guys, look, I'm just trying to avoid it because I really love Zach Ertz. I do, and it sucks to see him go, but I don't think, in my opinion, he will be here. Then you look at running back, that's Miles Sanders all day. I know there's some confusion. We signed Kerryon Johnson. I didn't think that was a confusing thing. We talked about the fact that the Eagles needed to bring in more running backs. We re-signed Jordan Howard. We brought in Kerryon Johnson the other day. We drafted Kenneth Gainwell. I really like this running back room right now. And, you look at Kerryon Johnson and Jordan Howard battling it out, for that short yardage back. And, I really think that it's going to be an intriguing battle. And who are the backs that we're going to keep? Does Boston Scott keep his job because he can help on special teams? Does Gainwell provide so much that you don't need a Boston Scott? I mean, these are a lot of questions here. You saw the post I made the other day. A lot of different answers there. A lot of different people felt differently about who was going to make the team. A lot of people like Killins, Huntley. There are so many names. Actually, I think I still have that graphic from the other day, the running back room, because it is quite full. Let's be real here. And you could see that it's definitely going to be a nice battle. I'll be real with you. I just think the bottom row can be cut off there. Maybe Boston Scott beats out Jordan Howard, but I like Jordan Howard a lot. He's still, I mention this all the time, guys. He's 26 years old. 26. So, I mean, he's not that old. And if he could stay healthy, obviously he couldn't win the job in Miami, injuries, whatever else. So he's not a RB1, as some people have been out here saying he's better than Miles Sanders. That's preposterous. That is not true. Miles Sanders is by far the best running back we have, and Nick Sirianni is going to use him. That was the problem last year and years prior with Doug Peterson. So use your damn running backs, but you got yourself a short yardage back, a do-it-all back. We've talked about Kerryon Johnson. You saw the video a couple days as soon as he was released. I made a video about trying to get a waiver in on him. Let's claim that ass, and we sure did. I like Kerryon Johnson in this room. I think it's a nice 1, 2, and then 3, 4 punch when you add in Gainwell or Howard or Scott or whoever it is. We're going to run the ball a lot. Nick Sirianni, we've talked about who he had over there in Indianapolis. We talked about Gainwell playing that Nyheim Hines role. Now you got a Jonathan Taylor with that Kerryon Johnson role. So I'm very excited. I think that we're making the right moves. So those were the potential starters on the offense. So if you have any quarrels with that, let me know. Whether you're watching now or you're watching later, you can always let me know how you feel about that. If there's someone you feel should have been included on this list, these are just the starters. Only at positions do I feel that it's definitely questionable that I put the depth there. So we'll take a gander now at the defense. Pop this bad boy up here. I threw it up in a nickel formation, but as you can see with the defense, there are definitely some question marks as to who's going to be starting. The defensive side of the ball, you see the defensive line, that's set. Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Derek Barnett. You hope that those guys can stay healthy. I definitely think that the depth is going to have its fair share. You know that we will probably rotate a ton. Any team that's smart will do that. Fresh pair of pass rush, or if you're going against the run, you're going to adjust who you're putting in there. We added Milton Williams. We added Tuipulotu in the middle there. On the outside, we got Teron Jackson, Patrick Johnson to add with Josh Sweat. I really like what we're doing there. A lot of people were upset about that, but that is an area we needed to improve, and I felt we definitely did that. I love the Teron Jackson pick, but there's your starters right there. Those guys I don't think will lose their jobs, but you never know. Maybe Derek Barnett gets cut if he's not stepping up, and we really like these young guys to save ourselves $10 million. We will see. Now, we'll go to linebacker. This is a huge question mark. Now, running out of the 4-3, Singleton, Wilson, Avery, Jannard Avery moved to linebacker here. We'll see how he pans out. But Davian Taylor needs to step it up. Would really like to see as a third-round pick what he's got. And then you talk about Jacoby Stevens this year. I think somebody like him, a hybrid safety / linebacker, could come in, play that nickel linebacker role that we were hoping for from Will Parks. So I'm excited about him, but there's so many question marks. And I like Sean Bradley. I like TJ Edwards. There's definitely some names on the linebacker list that I think are going to come in and, contribute. But for now, just throwing those names up there. But I think Davian Taylor and Jacoby Stevens in the future would be great to have as our two linebackers, as your nickel linebackers. And then Alex Singleton is in there that can, stop the run more than he can cover, but he's okay at coverage. So he's still young. He can progress. So let's hope he does that. Really like Alex Singleton. Now, getting to the secondary. Looking at safeties here right under them. Anthony Harris, that's a no-brainer. This guy can play both safety positions. I think he's going to have to hold it down. Strong safety because Kayvon Wallace or Marcus Epps, I think, is going to have to be the starter. Rodney McLeod is going to start off the year injured, still dealing with that ACL injury. So not sure how long he'll be out, but one of those guys, Epps actually stepped up and played pretty well last year. I was pretty surprised. But Kayvon Wallace, I'd love to see him really step it up this year, win that job, make it hard when Rodney McLeod comes back. But you got some depth there. You still got Graylin Arnold trying to win a job at Elijah Riley. So we'll see what we do there. But yeah, I like the Anthony Harris addition. Andrew Adams, a special teamers addition. I don't think that that's a starter. So then you're looking at the cornerback position. This is very intriguing to me, guys, because once again, clamoring for this last year, just like running back. But we started doing what I wanted at running back. Can we please, tomorrow, can I wake up, play this clip and say, we got ourselves Steven Nelson or some kind of veteran cornerback to put on the outside, because I refuse to make this damn depth chart and put somebody out there because I just don't like it right now. And I'm sorry to Craig James and Michael Jacquet and all the other Lavert Hills and everybody trying to make it on this roster. Maybe you do. Maybe you surprise me. I'm not sure. But I know that we have a cornerback one, and that is Darius Slay. So you got him left corner out there. Then you're looking outside to the right. You see I have no one. Free agent? Question mark. Because, yes, please, for the love of God, add a veteran. When you're talking about our best corners other than Darius Slay, Avonte Maddox did not belong outside last year. We talked about that over and over again. That's what happened. He got spanked. Please don't let that happen again. So he's a nickel corner. He is somebody that can help at the free safety position. I like him as a defensive back that moves around, but he's not an outside corner. The same could be said for Kevon Seymour. He's just a shorter guy, smaller arms. He's got that speed, though, faster guy. I like him as a nickel corner as well. Zach McPherson played a little inside and outside, can play man, zone. I think he's going to fit in here perfectly. Ball hawk. I think that kid could win the starting job at nickel as a rookie. We'll see what he does in camp first before I get ahead of myself, but I wanted to include him on this list. You see a few rookies, two of the rookies on defense in McPherson and Stevens, and then Devontae Smith, of course, on offense. And then I did have Dickerson possibly on the offensive line, so I guess it's 2 and 2. Regardless, didn't go too many starters this year, which was what pissed people off, but this is a retooling for a couple of years, guys. So I like the moves. I think that this depth chart is looking decent. The only thing I really need is that cornerback situation figured out there to the right. I really need you to add Steven Nelson. I think would be perfect. We've talked about that over and over again. And then I'll be patient until June with the whole Zach Ertz situation. And also, let's keep our eyes on Derek Barnett. It's not necessarily, uh, true that he just is a lock, because what if Josh Sweat impresses and then he moves in, and then you have Patrick Johnson and Teron Jackson as your backups? I'm really intrigued. Maybe Osman, or I'm thinking of freaking Seti Osman from the Cavaliers. I'm doing basketball. Dear God, I can't even think of the lineman, whatever, the dude that got put on his ass a lot last year. Anyways, I think that the defensive end position, that could be a surprise there. But yeah, those were the positions. You saw some of them are locks, but there's definitely a lot of questions going into this offseason, and I can't wait until next Friday for it to begin. Going to be super exciting because, well, we've been without football, and this team has sucked for the last few years. So I'm really looking forward to the unknown of this year. And yeah, there's going to be some bumpy roads. It's going to be unfortunate a lot of times, but the excitement of Nick Sirianni, I think he's going to be a great coach. Shane Steichen, Jonathan Gannon. I love the coordinators, everybody that was brought in. Seriously, from Denard Wilson to Kevin Patullo to Brian Johnson, everybody. The fact that we brought in new health department, everybody from sports management, everything, dude. I love the fact that this team needed an overhaul, and we did just that. I know a lot of people feel like Howie Roseman should have been part of that, but it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it now. So we got to roll with the punches, man. Does Barnett finally get 10 sacks? Does any Eagle finally get 10 sacks in a season, man? That'd be great. It's been a long time. Now, I would say Derek Barnett might not even make the team, man. But Ted, I'll be real with you. It would be nice to see him ball out. I think he's going to be given a chance in training camp. I would love to see him finally pan out to be that guy. And with this new defense, I think he could actually be a big piece if it's how I think it is. I know we talk a lot about cover 2 and what people think it's going to be, but we have no idea. I want this to be an attacking D, with him being more of a tweener kind of guy. Those edge rushers, Patrick Johnson, reminds me of him. So I'm going to be very intrigued to see this competition. I love Teron Jackson being thrown in there. You guys know I'm a big fan of Josh Sweat. So you win in the trenches, baby. And we won after the trenches this year. So I liked the draft, and I like where the roster stands right now, but you know how I feel. I love the Kerryon Johnson. I finally feel okay about the running back room. I need that outside corner. So if you could just go ahead, Howie, and sign a corner tomorrow so I can play this video and just say thank you. Thank you, Howie Roseman, for signing an outside corner. All right, guys, I thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys all had a very happy Mother's Day. If you guys need anything, you can always reach out to me, whether it be about football, life, doesn't matter. Appreciate you guys following on all these channels, liking, subscribing to my channel. I've been seeing the YouTube channel is actually going up. I love it. Thank you very much for doing that, guys. Seriously, your support means the world to me in these times, especially. Also, turn this into podcast form. So if you can't always watch and you just want to listen, I try to put I'm going to put some of my episodes out there. Check out the first one with Chris Franklin. It was an awesome time getting to talk with an Eagles beat reporter. Check that out on the road to victory with Jimmy Smith, of course. But that was awesome. We got another comment here. The team's not picking up 5th-year option guys. They can get cut this season. No, they didn't pick it up on Vander Esch. But yeah, Barnett can be cut, like I said. Yeah, Gary! Miss old Gare. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but maybe something juicy will be coming. So I thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Hope you all had a happy Mother's Day. I will be back tomorrow. And as always, come on!